This episode of App Judgment is brought to you by Windows Azure.
Welcome to App Judgment, your source for mobile phone app news and reviews. I'm Chris Jennings.
And I'm Annie Gauss.
And on App Judgment, we spend a lot of time reviewing iOS and Android apps. And we know there are a lot of you out there running Windows 7. And we reviewed some Windows 7 devices back in the day when they first launched. And Windows Phone 7 has been in the news lately with the new Mango update that's coming soon, which is going to add some much-needed improvements to the operating system. And today we thought that we would take a look at some must-have apps on Windows Phone 7.
Let's do it.
All right. First up is Netflix, a service that we all know pretty well. The best feature of Netflix, streaming right to your Windows Phone. You can stream movies and TV. It has a beautiful interface. It has swiping menus with different titles at the top that lets you go through, and you can look at the top picks for you based on what you've watched. You can browse by genre. You can search. And like I said, instant streaming of your queue, which is always a plus.
They've really done a nice job integrating the search and discovery features of this app to make it really, really easy to manage your queue on the go, which is great.
It's fantastic. Next app is Flickr. Again, Flickr is a really cool looking app. They utilize tiles of different photos that users have posted. So every time you log in, you'll see different photos tiled on your screen. You can explore random photos, recent photos that were posted, and also use the GPS on your phone to see nearby photos and videos if you're at an event and you want to see what other people are posting around you. And of course, you can upload right from your phone photos and pics, so you don't have to worry about going into the browser or connecting to a computer, which is great.
I love that you can be in a location and look at random photos that have happened there, see what's gone on there in the past.
Oh, it's great when you're at a big event like that. Okay. We're going to take a look at a few more apps right after we thank our sponsor.
Windows Azure is the cloud platform for developers that lets you focus on building and running apps, not infrastructure. It has scalable pay-as-you-go capacity, meaning developers don't have to wait to develop. Get faster speed to market and generate, and meet immediate demand. Only rent what you need when you need it.
That's right. It's a rich platform with built-in connectivity and development tools, meaning you can focus on business logic to get a head start on time to market.
Flexible deployment gives you the ability to run on Windows Azure or your own systems. With Windows Azure Burst Capacity, you can deploy with confidence, running your apps where and when it makes sense without worrying about overwhelmed systems.
To learn more about everything you need to start developing with Windows Azure, check out www.microsoft.com/cloud/Windows Azure. And Annie, a few of the apps that we're looking at today were actually designed using Windows Azure.
Really? Yeah. It shows you can make a really slick and complex app using a really simple system like Windows Azure.
It's easy to do, so check it out. Speaking of really cool apps, we've been looking at the AP News app. And this may be the slickest news app I've seen across any platform. It brings those boring old AP News stories to life. It uses multimedia, a lot of photos, and a great interface that allows you to take all that boring stuff and look at it in a new light. So you can search through news, you can browse by different topics, you can read, and you can check out all the multimedia. It's a great way to get all of your news all wrapped up into one.
Yeah, it really takes those dry headlines and kind of brings them to life, like you said. It makes it a lot more interesting than what you might see on the web.
Nobody wants old, boring text anymore. We need multimedia.
A picture says 1,000 words.
Exactly. The last app we're going to look at is Fandango. Fandango gives you everything you need to pick a movie and allows you to look at theaters where you can go see that movie. So the app has a section where you can look at what's in theaters now, what's coming soon, and you can educate yourself a bit about the movies, learning who's starring in them, look at some ratings. And the best feature I love about this app is the Go Now feature. So it uses the GPS on your phone to figure out where you are, so you can look at theaters that are nearby and look at what's playing at those theaters and how much time you have to get to them, so you can never be late for a film again.
So I can find out where I can see maybe a double feature of Transformers and Cars 2?
Yeah, exactly. It'll tell you where it is, and you can find out how much time you have to get there.
Let's go after work.
Let's go right now. We're going to wrap up right now. That's our roundup of all the apps you need on Windows Phone platform. How many of you out there are rocking Windows phones right now? Well, if you are, tell us about it. Let us know what you're using if you're a fan of Windows 7. Get in touch with the App Judgment crew on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and our home base at revision3.com/appjudgment. And of course, you can always email us at appjudgment@revision3.com as well.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.